Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm still going to be working on the sky and getting my colors together for the sky. Uh, the clouds are really pretty. They got a purpley um, brown hue at the top, and I'm on the side here mixing that together. So um, I just want to say good morning and get started here. Notice I'm holding the brush uh, kind of flat on itself and moving in small circles. I think I could add a little more purple and in here. I want the edges really smooth so I can take my finger and just work the edges so they kind of blend in better. I don't know how many more layers I'm going to add. I've had this picture for quite a while. It's really not the best quality picture, but I really do like this picture. And I'm working in acrylics. Again, I don't want the clouds to look like they pasted on. Um, I want them to kind of blend in. So it's really a purpley hue right here. But like I said, I'm just using the flat of the brush. The brush I'm using is a filbert, but I'm using it flat so I can, manipulate the clouds the way I want them to look. I'm using Nova Color paint and just really basically going over these clouds. The darker of the clouds are up here at the top. And if the edges get too sharp, good morning, I can just rub in the edges. Oh, dang, that one looks like it's trying to funnel down into a tornado or something. A lot of clouds in the sky this day. And whatever you do in the sky, you got to do it in your water. So, because it's a reflection in your water. So I'm going to add the same color in the water. It's not so much right here though. I think this is picking up on the clouds. This edge right here, it seems to be a little darker, but the rest of the water is not. Oh yeah, and I've been using this pencil, guys. If you're an acrylic artist, this is really, um, in my opinion, the thing. Okay, see, now you see that, right? Now, what if I did that wrong? All you have to do is get a paper towel and wipe it away. Wipe it away. And so you can get it at Michael's. I think it's called Dritz, and it's a tailor's pencil, but it's absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion, for pastel artists to have in their arsenal. So that'd be one thing that you might be interested in purchasing. Um, so the clouds are getting lighter. And you don't want a whole lot of paint on your brush because this is, I guess, what they call a dry brush technique. So you really don't want a lot of water in your brush, and you don't need a lot of paint in your brush. Whatever paint you think you need, wipe your paper on a paper towel and wipe it off because you really don't need that much. And you, like I say, I like softer edges in my clouds, so I just kind of use my finger a little to control the edges. And this is not going to be the last pass on my clouds, but this is getting me where I want to go. I haven't done a boat in a long time. I did ask on YouTube for a vote between, I think I had 3 pictures, and I asked people to vote on which one they thought I should do because I was really confused about what I wanted to do at the time. Because I had 4 individual pictures and I liked all of them. So I did ask for a vote, and the boat won. So here we are. The clouds are really um, a lot of work for me because there's so many values, so many different colors in clouds. You know, people don't think it is. See, now that's a lot of paint I just put up there, but I'm gonna have to work that edge out. Because if you want to thicken it, you can save that until another pass. You don't have to be trying to get all the layers on at one time. And I see a lot of people do that. You know, they make a pass with some paint, they just think that that's it. And with acrylic paint, you really can work multiple layers, give a lot of depth. Um, you don't have to do it that way. Now, this is the little mountain edge, but the paint goes across it. So I don't care anything about going over something because I haven't even got to that mountain yet. And I don't want it to look patchy around it. So I'll just go over it. And when it comes back to the mountain, I'll paint on top because it's acrylic paint. And you just can't be worried about that. Like I said, the amount of paint you think you need is normally too much. And please don't start with your clouds white. Tint your paint. Even though it might look white to you guys, I have purple and blue in these clouds. So if when I do get to areas later on that I think need to be brighter, you'll definitely be able to see it because it don't look like it right now, but I definitely have blue and purple, deoxydine and purple in this mix. Okay, well, just working on these clouds. And they don't have to be identical to, good morning, they don't have to be identical to the clouds in the picture. But it'd be nice if you get them somewhere kind of close. And down here is really light. I'm gonna have a little bit more um, sky peeking through mine. On this particular picture, it looks as if it's really been a stormy day. And I don't necessarily want all of the storm. So this is really a dry brush. And you can just work your clouds in with a circular brush stroke, much like you would do fog, and you don't have to have a lot of paint on your brush. I would love it if you guys would like and subscribe, leave comments on what you think about my brush technique for these clouds. If anybody has better ideas of how to approach these clouds, please leave me a comment. A little bitty tiny area right there. Like I said, there's multiple colors here. Multiple. All right, so I'm going to let this kind of dry. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to do one more thing. Yeah, because I do plan on. All right, let me wipe this paintbrush off right here. I did say. The clouds were hitting the horizon line. So I do want to do that. Like you see me right here, I'm going over the mountains. It don't really matter. I don't want that line separating the clouds from the edge of the mountains. That to me don't look really, really good. Now it's supposed to be that way, and I don't think it do. So. And see, every time you mix your color, you're gonna get a separate color. So I like that aspect too, because trying to match the colors all the time, as long as you get close in value, you know, it'll work. And so if it's purpley one time, the value scale, if you understand it, would work really good for you. Because what that means is whatever colors you mix together, as long as they are equal, they go across on a value scale. So you can have any shade in it as long as that's too much water. As it see, because it's purple this time. So and it's kind of opaque. I have more white in it, and I have more paint on the brush. So remember what I said about that. The paint you have, you think you need, you don't need when you doing a dry brush. You have a very minimum amount of paint. And that, see how that's a lot of paint? I have to work it in. Go up, go down, very softly. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna go to a speedy time lapse video. But I did want you guys to see me and hear me talking about these clouds. I'm gonna have to back up because I don't know how they're coming out. I've been standing here looking at them and haven't backed up off of them. It's always good to back up off your painting and see what you've done. Once you stand here looking at it for a while, it really, all right, you really can't really see it as well as you can if you were not standing up on it. Well, for me, I hope I'm making sense. I'm trying to talk and paint at the same time. Not the easiest thing to do. All right, well, I'm gonna back up off these clouds, and then I'm gonna start working on the background and see how that takes me. If there's any more adjustments I need to make to these clouds, I still can make them. That's not going to even be an issue. But I did want you to see me and see the progress I'm making on these clouds. All right, thanks, guys. Please subscribe, leave comments if you knew a better way to approach these clouds. And thanks for listening and watching. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, I paint outside. That's why you hear me saying hello to people. Okay, bye.